Hey everybody, and welcome to TalkChain, everybody's favorite cryptocurrency podcast. My name is Matt, here with Rob again.
Hey guys.
Today we're going to talk about Peter Thiel coming out of the woodwork to finally comment on Bitcoin again. We're also going to talk about an upcoming G20 meeting where they're going to get into some cryptocurrency regulation and hopefully all decide on something. So we are in the midst of a bear market in the crypto world. The total market cap is at 330 billion. It seems like everything's taken a pause from the beating that it's been undergoing the last little while. How are you doing in the bear market today, Rob?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, things are obviously terrible across the board, especially after yesterday. So I don't think things could get much worse than they were yesterday.
Yeah.
But I am doing okay because I have a little bit of Digex DAO, which is, I don't know if you've seen over the last couple days, it's been doing pretty well for itself, which is, it kind of goes up when the rest of the markets go down because it's kind of a gold-backed token.
Yeah, I did notice that yesterday it was up like 30% at one point, and really decided then that I was going to get some exposure to it once the crypto markets are covered. I'm not going to buy now because it's obviously doing pretty well, but I think I'm going to take a position just given that it's supposed to be backed by gold, so it's more of a secure, a true store of value, if you will.
Well, it's interesting because you can get literal gold for it. So if you
Yeah.
actually buy some of the DAO, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, maybe in another video we'll do an actual breakdown of the white paper. But anyway, let's get to our topic of today. So Peter Thiel, for those who don't know, he was an original investor, or he was a co-founder of PayPal along with Elon Musk. And he came out early supporting Trump and actually came out kind of early on Bitcoin saying that it was good. But he's now commenting on Bitcoin again, saying that his firm has been buying since January, and commented on the Trump administration a little bit and why he's so bullish on Bitcoin. What did you think, Rob?
I think it's interesting. I think Bloomberg chose the worst picture possible for him,
No doubt.
unfortunately.
I
Like, can
think
get one of him smiling, but maybe he doesn't smile that often. But it's interesting to see such a heavy hitter take part in it. Like Elon Musk gets a lot of hype because of some of the companies that he's been running since, but this guy also a billionaire, incredibly successful, involved with Facebook early as well,
yeah.
and yeah, supports Bitcoin. Not really a lot of other cryptos, but Bitcoin in general, he seems to be a fan of.
Yeah, so I did think it was funny that he said that there was a 50 to 70% chance that Bitcoin's worth nothing and a 20 to 50% chance that it's worth a lot more than it is right now. So kind of a wide range on that. Usually you don't see those kinds of swings in predictions, but the fact that he's got a firm that's investing so heavily in it makes me think that he's willing to take the risk anyway.
Well, yeah, and I say this to a lot of people who question why I'm invested. Really, when it's a small gamble for potentially significant returns. So 10 years from now, if it actually takes off, then they're out a significant amount of money versus if it all goes down, it's just, a few $1,000s on my end. It's not really a big deal to me.
Yeah.
But I think the potential gains are much greater than the potential losses.
Yeah, a lot of upside. I agree with you too. And I did think it was interesting. He talked a lot about how Bitcoin's a store of value and not so much as a cryptocurrency or like a currency for trading. Because it seems like the lower the fees get and the easier it gets to use as a transaction medium, the less of a store of gold people start talking. But Thiel is very much convinced that as a store of value, it has value. There's value in it there.
Yeah, it looks like he's also just kind of doing it in case everything all kind of goes to hell for a bit and the world falls apart and we have to rely on something else, which it's I don't think personally we'll ever resort to going back to gold. So Bitcoin is probably one of the better alternatives.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. If the apocalypse is coming, I mean physical gold will probably have more value than a digital asset, though. So I think we need to, if we're expecting the apocalypse, then, why not just go to real gold? But I think people expect that the internet's going to always be around, but the value in the internet is that it's connections between everybody, which in the apocalypse, probably not going to happen.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Yeah, we can get into that on another day. But no, I do think that it's great to have, again, such a heavy hitter support crypto. He doesn't think that Ethereum will do as well. He thinks that Bitcoin will squeeze out Ethereum, and it would be interesting to see some of the reasons that he thinks that. But unfortunately, he didn't get to comment.
Yeah, and so I think it just goes back to he sees the value in the Bitcoin blockchain as being that real store value, whereas Ethereum has actual practical uses. So I guess he's waiting to see how that develops, is my opinion, before he actually puts in some money. But that remains to be seen. So we'll move on to the G20. So the G20 is coming up with a meeting soon, and they have a line item where they're going to talk about cryptocurrency regulation, an attempt to reduce tax evasion, improve financial stability, and reduce financial illegal activities. So the G20, in my opinion, is pretty useless. It seems like they just exist for the sake of just talking about themselves a lot. But in terms of actual changes in the world, I don't think they've done too much. Something like this, I think, is good, at least for crypto, in the sense that if they can all get on the same page, at least, then we'll actually get some concrete regulation, and that'll trickle down, and then we'll actually know what to expect.
Yeah, I think just having an open dialogue between a significant amount of players in the G20 is really good, so we can just kind of get a direction of where we're headed. I think people kind of have different goals. France and Germany care more about potential fraudulent investments and potential risks to investors, whereas Steve Mnuchin cares more about illegal activities like money laundering.
Yeah, and so that's why I don't think that these meetings are very, or at least the G20 is very useful, is because all of these countries are self-interested. So whatever they decide on, the countries are going to go back and implement whatever their priorities are. But definitely, overarching ideas that go around, and it seems like they all agree that they don't want to stifle innovation, which I think is good. They all say that, at least. So hopefully that holds true when they go back to their home countries.
Yeah, so they all have their own interests, but I think just getting together and speaking with experts on the subject will give everyone some information. Hopefully they can all leave having a better understanding of what it is and where some of these cryptocurrencies intend on going.
Yeah, that's true. And I think yeah, I don't know. They're not like having any experts, I don't think, anyway, that are coming in and talking about it. But we'll wait to see what comes out of the talk and go from there. But that's all we got for you today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Please like, subscribe. Let us know what you think about the G20 or Peter Thiel. And follow us on Twitter at TalkChainPod, and follow our Reddit posts at TalkChain.
Yeah, don't forget to share Facebook, Instagram, tell a friend, tell a family member. But yeah, that's it for today, guys.
Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time.
Take care.